as we move forward. Anytime you come closer to something, your vision should get clearer. Am I right? You are a tool in the hidden hand that's using you. Please don't be delusional. The rulers of this world practice confusion. The people and the priests and the imams have been jammed by government scams, minds systematically programmed, blatant black hatred and racism. The way they lace the whole world and nation with traces of Satanism, places of pagan prison. The founding fathers enslaving intentions were no different than Bush's and Reagan's vision. 1776 it took action. This Illuminati took form and was born from a Colombian faction. Just flip your $1 bill over, and if you want me to expose the true code of deception, I will show you. We live in a designed wicked system. The number 13 is consistent in masonic symbolism. It represents transformation. 12 completes a cycle, so 13 is rebirth and regeneration. The meanings of the symbol are strategically hid. On the left side, you see a 13-layered pyramid. Over that sits the all-seeing eye where the light shines. A sign of the devil watching over you at all times. The words allotted corruptus. 13 letters meaning he has favored our undertakings. Will you accept this? Or will you learn the science and ignore them? Under the pyramid, you see novas, ordos, and flora. Translated, new order of the world, or the new world order. Authors and satanic fathers of mass slaughter. The eagle that you see on the right sits below 13 stars with a shield that has 13 stripes and an olive branch in his claws with 13 leaves, which is supposed to be in his talent to represent peace. But peace was always on a decrease. His other claw holds 13 arrows of war set to be released, and the letters at the bottom of the pyramid are fixed with the Roman numerals that equal 1776. The United States of America exists in the deep devilish abyss with truth and paganism mixed. Every president that ever lived was foul. They gather at Bohemian Grove where they bow down before the owl. The owl is wild and sees through the darkness of night. And that small one on the dollar near the one on the top right. It ain't hard to understand this government was never for us. The eagle was based off of the Egyptian hawk Horus. 13 colonies who went to wicked sovereignty and made no apology for the obvious idolatry. Subconsciously, we follow the ways of the beast and pay homage to pagan gods when we say days of the week. Like Sunday, they worship the sun. Monday is moon day. Tyr, the god of war, was worshipped on Tuesday. Odin, the chief god, is who Wednesday is named for. Thursday is Thor's day, god of thunder, the mighty Thor. Friday was named after Frigga, notice the pattern. Saturday is the Roman god of agriculture, Saturn. Frigga was the goddess of love, the wife of Odin. The polytheistic theology is needed to go. The rituals like trips across the sand as man takes. The skull and bones fraternity, the secret handshakes to understand. He receives only 33 degrees. He secretly believes in Lucifer and other deities. Many powerful and rich people are controlled by these. They even hold the soul of several of their favorite MCs. Politicians telling lies, tongues riddled with thorns, and use hand gestures shaped in the form of devil horns. You don't feel the city hall because you don't know what it entails. Satan tampers with stem cells and sprays chemtrails. The so-called holidays are hypocrisy, established to use religious doctrines to commit annual robbery. Christmas split in half is Christ Mass. The so-called birth of Jesus, where every home has glowing light gas. Christ the anointed one, mass the birth celebration, but Jesus' birth was kept secret due to the situation. The king initiated a death plot because the Messiah was prophesied to rule, so Jesus' murder was authorized. No one knows the actual date. That's why sometimes you see Xmas. Xmas unknown, but ignorance affects us. A fraud that was purposely flawed. December 25th, the birthday of the wicked ruler Nimrod. This whole disguise was part of Satan's universal rise. A holy prophet's life being pimped and commercialized. Traditions like lights on trees, rooted in the Nicene Council in 325 AD. By Constantine, these matters were decreed. The concept of a virgin birth was actually conceived and then agreed with graven images in the temple. The fish on your cars called Onus, a Babylonian symbol, is visibly contradictory. Telling your children lies, you need to make them study Santa Claus and sick history. But yet we go wherever Satan leads us. The falsehoods we practice in his name ain't got nothing to do with Jesus.
Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the brief intermission due to technical difficulties, but you are back on another journey to truth in life, and you are rocking and rolling with your boy, none other than MTAC. I see we have Joanne in the building. Shalom to you as well. Um, says, oh man, you guys, just one moment, and I'm going to see if the algorithms are actually sending out the notifications. There seems to be some issues, some holdup, and I don't want there to be any sort of interference in the message on today. As you can see, every voice needs to be heard. There's a lot of victims of intelligence community espionage. And we want you to come join us as we have formed an organization to let your voice be heard. I was waiting on other members of the organization to get into the live stream before I got started. However, time waits for no one, so I will proceed with the message. Victims of Intelligence Community Espionage is an organization that was started earlier this month. Some of the members consist of YouTubers such as myself, Uniquely Made Warrior, No More Gangstalking, Tony H, Osiris, Certi Strange, or you may know him as Jeremiah on his page, and others such as Mali Mal. We've come together in unity in order to do something about the crime that is taking place not only in our personal lives, but in many lives across America. What crime is that? Espionage. Many people are victims of an unconstitutional crime called counterintelligence targeting. It is a secret, covert war that is going underneath the disguise of national community and national security and community safety. This program rides the conduit of character assassination disguised as false investigations. And while they're carrying out their false investigations, that never ending investigations with your Fifth Amendment, First Amendment, and Sixth Amendments, Fourth Amendments, your entire Bill of Rights, let's just say, completely suppressed. They are able to dissimulate your social support. They're able to kill career and financial subsidies and much, much more. The most sinister part of this program is that it is part of a torture, human experimentation, murder campaign, depopulation agenda, and they are utilizing new age weapons such as the electromagnetic technology and microwave technology, meaning that they're able to torture one with low forensical evidence. Radiation weapons are being used. Many people are having brain zapping due to the cybernetic technology and artificial intelligence being developed in the background. And so we're in a new era, people. We'll see. Okay, we do have more people jumping into the building. We have Zeph Zeta Rex in the house, and we have Tony H in his house. Tony H is one of the other members that you can get in contact with, and she can relay the information to you so that you too can join your voice with our voices so we can be louder and heard across the world. Believe we've already previously discussed in other videos the voice to skull technology that do exist. It's called synthetic telepathy. The synthetic telepathy is new age technology that allows voices to be transferred into one's head without the use of microphone. This means that people around you will not hear the noises or the voices that you are hearing and know you're not suffering from schizophrenia, bipolar, or any other mental illness. You are suffering as a victim of intelligence community espionage. And the history shows that the CIA, FBI, and others have violated human rights in the past. The LSD experiment was where the CIA attempted, or at least their pathetic excuse was they were attempting to create a truth serum for enhanced interrogation processing. So the LSD drug was concocted by the CIA and the biopharmaceutical industry, big pharma. And I could name some names that were behind the LSD experiment, and they're doing business right now. That's an eyebrow raiser should be for many of you. The fact that your big form, and I could name the names, but I want this video to stay up. You can go do the research for yourself. They were behind concocting drugs, illegal drugs, for the CIA's LSD experiment. All this is available online if you want to do your research. In the process of them testing the LSD drug, illegal drug, they kidnapped many homeless people, many women who were subjugated and already dehumanized as they were forced into prostitution and much, much more. These were the victims. They were tied up in laboratories and chambers. They were injected with these drugs, and many of them died. Most of them died as a result of being a lab rat for psychopaths. Well, they say the old adage is the more things change, the more they stay the same. That tends to be true because here in America, uh, the MK Ultra, LSD, Tuskegee experiments, and much, much more has surfaced once again in the 21st century. And so I am a victim, and there are many other victims. You may be a victim yourself. And if you are, we want you to join us. We hold meetings every Saturday. And Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, the times for our meeting have changed to 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to join us, you can email me at journey, the number 2, waytruthlife@gmail.com. Leave a comment under this video, or go to Tony H page, leave a comment. Go to No More Gangstalking page and leave a comment. Uniquely Made Warriors page and leave a comment. And there's many others. You can reach out to us, and we'll be glad to reach back to you, so we can come together and do something about it. Many of us complain, but we stay stagnant. And we have got to be proactive if we want to get to a solution. We're seeking class action lawsuits as a result of um, the crimes, the punitive and compensatory damages, not to mention the mental anguish and pain and suffering that have come along with being victimized by the private security and intelligence community. I myself, I've had my home broken into. I've been physically beaten, you know, beaten beyond recognition by government officials and agents who wanted to threaten me when I stayed in Morris, Illinois, and drugged, poisoned. I've been drugged on several occasions. I've been lied on. I've had my family lied on. My phone and devices are continually hacked and monitored. If I uh, attempt to create new social connections with anyone, they are contacted behind my back because, unbeknownst or totally against the restrictions on the wiretapping regulations, the United States government has my phone tapped. And this is part of the PRISM program. It started with the PRISM program, where they're monitoring and surveilling innocent citizens of America. They are trying us underneath the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court of Appeals, or the FISA court, as you may know it, and they are bypassing your constitutional rights underneath the guise of the Patriot Act, which is now called the Freedom Act. They are attempting to market us to the world as terrorists, threats to national security, criminals, mentally unstable people who needs to be watched at all times. And the contrary is true. They are psychopaths. They are dealing with some mental issues, psychopathy, beyond measure, to the extreme, and due to the fact there's little to no checks and balance in the current infrastructure of government. There's no one there to um, internally investigate their works. And so we're trying to form this group in hopes that, we can make some noise. We're going to be protesting. We're already out in the streets hanging banners. Thanks to No More Gangstalking, we're passing out flyers. We're letting it be known that this crime is happening, and any member of the community, or any community who is associated with the private security or community policing program, if you're cooperating with them, you are an accomplice to depopulators, mass murderers. And I see Molly Mall is in the building. It says, "Peace, everyone." I'm going to actually post the link into the chat, and you guys can come on and join. Molly Mall is someone else you can get in contact with if you want to join the movement. I see Rose Sterling is also in the building. She says, "I'm being monitored now. I got really quiet once I joined the live." Man, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. There are a lot of victims of this particular crime. Um, Only a sick psychopath will watch innocent men, women, and children. I don't know, um, you know, what sort of sick pleasure they get out of it, but apparently they this is something that they enjoy. These are groups of pedophiles. They are human traffickers, because human trafficking is just defined by one a person or a group who makes profit off an individual's body, and they are profiting off us. The moment that they throw us on the terrorist watch list, there are bids been made on our names. Uh, they can, off one person, they can receive anywhere from $100,000 to $100 million allotment from the domestic defense budget, and this is mind-boggling. And if a person just say isn't worth that much on this black market, um, they'll kill them like Kanika Jenkins, and then they'll sell their body parts and organs on the black market as well. So many black women have gone missing as a result of this crime. Many organs have been harvested. These are facts, these are truths. And we don't want to be ignorant of Satan's devices or evil workings. This is sick, but it is so true. And most people are participating in the belief, or they've been deceived into believing that their involvement is patriotic. And so we want to expose this crime the best way we can. Rose says, I believe there are cameras in my apartment as well. Oh yeah, I've found cameras, I've found microphones not only in my apartments but in my vehicles. I still have evidence that I have preserved for court proceedings. I can't speak much on it, but they, I'll digress. But yeah, some of us know more than they thought we knew, and so it's that's their MO, and this isn't far fetched. During the original counterintelligence program phase, which was a covert war against the black community, Martin Luther King's motels, home, offices were all bugged with cameras, microphones, etc. These are truths, and these truths were discovered in the court proceedings that took place, the congressional court proceedings that took place between 1976 and 1978, underneath the oversight of Majority Leader Senator Church. You can go view that entire, court discovery online. It says, "How did you find them? How did I find them?" I In a more private dialogue, I'll be able to discuss that information with you. There's certain things that I don't feel comfortable with saying on live streams due to the fact that there are many agents that watch my channel looking for, um, information that they can use against me or whatever the case may be. But I will share that with you. I'm going to post my Gmail in the link, and be sure to just reach out to me on Gmail, and we definitely will touch bases. Molly Mal is in the building, you guys. Welcome on the brother from another mother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you broke.
Yeah. Molly Mal is in the building, you guys. This is my brother from another mother. He is also one of the victims of intelligence community espionage, and he has been working behind the scenes to get a collective solution for all of us. So I'm going to digress and give this brother the floor. Welcome on, introduce yourself to the people.
I appreciate you more than a conqueror for the introduction. Appreciate you for allowing me to get on and speak on your channel. I'm grateful to all the other TIs, all the other targets, whatever you deem to name yourselves, that's in the live, that's in the chat right now. I guess I could just give a little backstory about myself. I am 31 years old. I'm from North Carolina. I started to recognize that I was being targeted around 2016, 2017. Everything was pretty well hidden. Excuse me, pretty well hidden at that point, but I knew something weird was going on. Um,
Are you still there? Are you still with us? Believe we may be having some technical difficulties. I'm not sure what's going on. There was a brief pause. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you just came back in. If you could, you said you're from North Carolina, you're 31, and when did you notice that you were being targeted? I do apologize, a little tongue tied. Go ahead.
Yeah, around 2016, around 2017, the latter part of 2016 going into 2017 is when I first started to notice. I didn't even know what being targeted was. I didn't know anything about Gangstalking. I didn't know anything about the COPS program. I didn't know anything about community oriented policing and all the terms that we use now and um, to relate to our situations or what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. I didn't know what any of these things were. Um, but I started to research what it was that I was dealing with.
Yeah, your microphone just went out again. You started to research. Are you still with us? I do apologize, people. As you know, the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, is highly infiltrated due to the fact that we do bring the truth. We expose these devils here on this channel. And, you know, your boy MTAC is not afraid to go toe to toe with these psychopaths conducting these non consensual, secret human experimentations underneath the disguise of national security. I'm going to give a minute for my brother Mali Mao to um, resume. If you can hear me, your mic. There's some issues going on with your mic. Can hear me? Your mic. There's some issues going on with your mic. Can hear me? That's interesting. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on.
I'll try to leave and join back in.
Yeah, you guys, you know what that means. That means the devil is afraid of being exposed. And that's one way that you can identify a real target. Anytime the devices start getting tampered with, is because they're trying to suppress your voice. And this is why we need you to join us. because the enemy don't want your voice to be heard. They don't want the world to know that you're a victim of government crimes, unconstitutional government crimes, and hope this brother get back in. Mal, if you're still in the building, attempt to get back into the live stream because we want to hear your story. We want your voice to be heard. And if there's other victims out there and you want to share your story, this is the time to do so. I will allot the next 30 minutes to, victims who want to share their personal testimony. If you've been thrown on these terrorist watch lists, and I see he is back. Let's do a audio check. How's the audio? Hello?
I'm getting like major echo. And it's like this weird ringing.
Yeah, that tends to be on your end because the moment that I'm like your mic is muted, then it stops. That's on your end. I try to close out if you have um, the live stream open in multiple browsers. That could be the cause of the issues. Go to your browser's Windows setting and see if you have multiple windows open. And if you do, try to close them out and come back in. Yeah. So there are many victims. You may be a victim of this crime. Uh, no, uh, my weekend testimony since I've been here in the state of Connecticut. I arrived on Friday evening to deliver a load here in, I believe it's called New Haven, Connecticut, or North Haven, Connecticut. I've been track, trace, monitored, surveilled, and harassed majorly. And so I'm going to digress from my personal story because we have Molly Mile back in the building. Brother, do not be discouraged. Let your voice be heard. The people are waiting to hear your testimony. Are you on?
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, don't be discouraged, brother. Let your voice be heard. The people are waiting to hear your testimony. And if you have questions for him, I will be posting your comments on the live stream. So go ahead, continue.
On my end, I'm hearing it twice. We'll move forward. So, like I was saying, I started to recognize my targeting around the latter part. I'm gonna try to keep this before they start playing the right. I started to notice it about 2016, 2017. Knew a lot of weird things were going on. Didn't know what was targeting. Didn't know what Gangstalking was. Didn't know anything was going on. I just knew somebody, um, or felt that somebody was out, um, was trying to kill me. So, life went on. Like I said, things were very well hidden. This was the covert, um, point of the overt part until the last part of 2021 and 2021. But without going into a lot about, um, I've dealt with sabotage, physical sabotage. I've been entrapped in situations, um, be it mental institutions. I've been uh, I've been jumped by the workers inside of mental institutions, CNAs, RNAs, um, drugged in that situation, um, and trapped with real drugs, and trapped with court cases, and trapped with all types of different scenarios. Um, but I think we all, if you're a target, we all know what we go through, right? We all know what it is that we deal with. So at this point, like the brother MTAC was saying, and no more gang stalking, and a couple of other individuals who have looked to find solutions to what it is that we deal with. Um, I made a statement the other day in the group that at the end of the day, if you are a true target, it's the federal government has waged war on your life. Now, whether you take that serious or whether you don't, it's up to you. But I know for me that I cannot continue to live as if I'm still in. This is not the Wizard of Oz. I have had my child taken from me. I have had my livelihood jeopardized. Um, I'm harassed on a daily basis, day out from the time that I wake up till the time that I go to sleep. When I'm asleep, and hit with direct energy weapons. And I'm not sure if I get hit with voices. I feel like that if so, it's not really noticeable. But I'm not underestimating what people have or what they do. And I know that ultimately action is necessary right now. Like I said, that there is no way I can continue to live my day-to-day life as if nothing is going on. So whatever that looks like, um, if that means me going with other targets who are willing to fight, who are willing to get on the front line, who are willing to show face, that's what is necessary. Like, I don't feel like as a it's a time to be scared. It's a time to be anxious. Time to be stagnant in any type of way. These are the end times that we're living in, and things will get worse before they get better. And if we don't fight for our own cause, then nobody will. So I ask that everyone who is about action, who is about work, join out of us, fight with us. Like it's gonna take more. Oh, just this fight alone, you're gonna be marked as delusional. We need numbers, bodies. We need voice. All of our stories, all of the repetitive patterns that we go through on a daily basis. change can be made. Things can happen, but it's up to us to get out there. They're organized and everything that they do, and we have to be on that same type of time. We have to create our own survival programs. Like I said, these are the end times. Like I'm not sure if anybody watches the news, but like this world we once knew as, you know, just the normal world, or I guess, but this world that we once that we once clung to will no longer be soon. You know, like we have, there's no time to sit on our hands. There's no time to twiddle our thumbs. You know, like action is necessary. And yeah, so like I said, man, y'all join alongside of us, fight with us. Don't stand on the sideline and just watch. Like, we can complain all day. We can record, document white cars, we can document red cars, we can document hand signals, we can do all that on the day. But at the end of the day, we're not doing anything with this evidence. We're not reaching out to government officials. We're not getting out there, putting our face out there, protesting, passing out flyers, talking to the community. You know? Like it's just redundant.
Well
So
said, brother. That is well said. I believe it's James the second chapter that says faith without works is dead. It's one thing for us to believe, um, that, but that alone produces nothing. We have to put works with that. We have to put in the work, and that's what this organization is about. It's about adding the works with your faith in order to get the results that the Most High has for us. I believe it's Matthew chapter 18 that says where two or more are gathered together in his name, he's in the midst also. So if we want the Most High to be in this and working on our behalf, we're going to have to put faith, works in unity, all together, in order to see the blessed results. Like what Matrix Simulation Backup just said, he says Psalms um, of David talks about gangstalking. We have to understand this is spiritual. These are end time warfare games, spiritual battles playing out in the physical, in our physical reality. Now, the way that it manifests itself can be through human trafficking crimes, or uh, espionage, hyper surveillance, rape, torture. I've, heard the brother's testimony, and I can relate to many things that he sang. One day, your life is normal, and then you wake up and all hell has broken loose. Are you going to just sit there and let these demons run loose, or are you going to lift up your voice like the children of the Most High did in Exodus chapter 2, and be heard? It was when they lifted up their voice and they cried out that their voices was heard, and results. Exodus meaning freedom. If you want to be free, if you want real freedom, then please join with other believers like this brother Molly Mile, myself, No More Gang Stalking, Uniquely Made Warrior Tony H, and others, so that we can be the front line of defense on this battle. The enemy don't get a chance to run rampant through our camps, through our homes, through our communities, and get away with it. You know, there have to be a resistance, a response, and this is the purpose of voice. Is we're forming a resistance to the crimes that are taking place, to a literal warfare on our lives. War takes the persona of various things, right? You can have financial war in your life. You can have emotional, social, mental, and most of all, spiritual war, social warfare. It, there's attacks on every level. If you're a targeted individual, if you're a victim of intelligence community espionage, if you're a persecuted saint or elect, if you're a targeted individual, whatever term you feel comfortable with, um, there's attacks on every level of your life. And it's time to fight back. You can't win this fight alone. We must do this thing together. And so, brother, I'm going to let you close us out because we're reaching the 1 hour mark. So, any last comments? Tell them how they can get in contact with us and join this movement.
Cool. If any of you guys need to reach me, you can reach me through email at highpriority91 at protonmail.com. I'll drop it in the chat, just so you'll be able to get the spelling and all that. MTAC, I don't remember your email off the top of my head, nor any of the other members, to be honest. So if y'all can drop your contact information in the chat as well, if anybody needs to get in contact with you guys in regards to any info or questions about the movement.
That is at Proton Mail. That's PROTON.com.
Correct.
All right. So it is in the live chat for those of you who want to get in contact with the brother Mali Mal. I have just posted that in the live stream. It should be showing on your screen. Want you to view that to see if it is correct.
Yeah, it's high priority 91 at protonmail.com.
Okay, well we'll correct that, and we want you guys to reach out to this brother. If you're going through the persecutions, want you to reach out to him. My email is in the description, and it's always below every video. Journey the number 2 way truth life at gmail.com. You can reach me anytime. Many of you have my phone number, so you can contact me by phone if you would like. And No More Gangstalking is in the building. You can also get at him as well.
Yeah, and no more gang stalking, like the brother MTAC said. He has the he's big on activism and getting out and showing face, protesting. I am working alongside with him, starting to learn how to work in the field as well. So if anybody needs information in regards to that, contact either one of us. As we learn, we'll teach each other. Like, and at the end of the day, it's a fight for all of us, like, and yeah, like, this shit may be scary. It may be uncomfortable, like, but at the end of the day, continuing to suffer, like, continuing to suffer without a voice, continuing to suffer without any type of stance, um, no more gang talking. Tell, like, it's a term it's a quote that I coined from him. Oppression is worse than death. And that's a very true statement. So let's take a stand, guys. Let's take a stand. Point blank, period. I appreciate you, MTAC, for allowing me on your live to speak. Appreciate you, brother, and all you do.
Hey, brother, we appreciate you. You shared your voice, you shared your testimony, and the scriptures say we overcome, we gain victory, is what it's saying by the words of our testimony, brother. And your testimony was powerful, and I can feel the victory in the air. If you want to partake in this victory, please reach out to us. We'll get you in the loop, we'll get you in the chain. And until next time, you guys try to stay woke. And if you're not woke, wake up, because the world is really screwed up and you need to do something about it. Don't just wake up and see what's going on in the world, but get in motion, get in action so that you too can be blessed. But your boy MTAC and Mally Mal has got to be is out.